What's up, everybody? I'm sure you've heard about the importance of doing strength work during your Ironman training. So in this video, I am just going to give you a quick, shouldn't take you more than 25 minutes, strength protocol that I do twice a week, varying levels, varying intensities, things change week to week, but this is pretty much the core of what I do week to week to make sure that I do not develop overuse injuries, make sure that I maintain strength in my core and my legs, and overall, it just makes me feel healthier. So, just gonna run you through these 4 quick exercises, and the good news is these are things that you can do with stuff that you already have at home. So, the first thing that we're gonna do are step ups, and I have this folding chair that I choose to step up on. If you have stairs at your house, apartment, wherever you live, dorm, then you can use steps. And the first exercise is 3 sets of 10 step ups, obviously alternating legs. So you'll do your first set with, say, your left leg up on the chair, and then you'll do your next set with your right leg on the chair. So you're doing 10 and then 10. You're not alternating each rep. The second exercise is standing lunge with 1 foot elevated on the chair. Again, 3 sets of 10. The third exercise, and this requires a band. You can get these pretty much anywhere, and I'm not affiliated with this brand at all, but I just ordered this on Amazon. But the band I have is from Perform Better. At least I think this is the name. If this isn't the name, then sorry. Just a light band, and we're going to do on the floor, leg elevated band marches. Then after that, we're going to do calf raises with 1 foot elevated on the chair. And then finally, to finish it off, we'll do slow marches with some weight. Doesn't really matter. You can do weight in one hand, weight in both hands, as long as it's enough or not so much weight that your form starts to deteriorate. Honestly, the bulk of the exercise is in the beginning, and then that last one is just more stability and form correction. I'll usually do this before actually going out for my run. I do that because it's like a nice little warm-up before getting out there. So after this strength workout that we're going to do today, I will be out on a nice and easy 75-minute run at zone 2, keeping my heart rate below 155 again. This is still a recovery week, a deload week. So that's the whole protocol. And so now, let's get started. This is exactly what the step-ups will look like. Again, we'll start with whatever your favorite leg is, or whatever your least favorite leg is. And honestly, sometimes I like to pull the chair a little bit off the wall so that there's nothing in front, because you're going to be driving up with your opposite leg and bringing your knee up to parallel. So you're going to and then do the other leg. So I clearly did 15 because those are my numbers for the week, but I recommend, as I mentioned just before, starting with sets of 10. Okay, now for the next exercise. Clearly I'm working up a bit of a sweat here. We're gonna do the lunges. So it's not an exact science as far as how far you should be standing from the chair, but there are rules with them. If you can stand like I'm standing right now, and this is a comfortable length for your legs to be spread, your foot to be on the chair and bent, you can rotate from here, and now you're in a pretty good position. You'll feel where your balance is or where it's not, and just go based on where you can actually balance here. If you need to be next to a wall so you can touch the wall, do what you need to do to be safe and not get hurt. As another tip, once you find the place that works on one side, you can pretty much use the way you're set up to stay consistent after that. It doesn't seem like much, but I'm definitely working up a sweat here, so don't underestimate this workout. The goal isn't to completely burn your legs either, because we're about to go run, and our main focus here is endurance and injury prevention, so just keep that in mind. Okay, next up is the calf raises. This definitely looks a little bit less impressive from the outside, so you basically just leg up on the chair and get going. Up next is the band marches. This one's gonna be a little bit difficult to show you guys, but let's see what we could do. And clearly I am getting quite sweaty here. And almost dropped the camera. So we'll move the chair out of the way. I will do this so that I sweaty up my shirt that I was wearing before rather than getting my rug all sweaty. Let's see if we can see this. Okay. So, I'm gonna wrap the foot band, or the band, as they say, not just a foot band, around your feet. You'll lay back and then get going. I like to keep my arms up and behind my head to give me a little bit of counterweight. And then we alternate like this. All right, just finished up those bands. Now for the final exercise, the weighted carry. So I'm just holding a 35-pound, 16-kilo kettlebell, and I'm gonna do these marches, and then we're gonna get out there for the run. So I'll show you this real quick, and then that's really it for the strength training. Okay, those are all the exercises, guys. Thanks for joining me. I'm gonna get this run done. I'll do a checkout after the run and touch base again. Until then, I hope you enjoyed. If you like this, then check out my channel, the rest of my channel, subscribe. If you like this, more videos like this will come. If you don't like this, then I will not do this again. Or maybe I'll keep doing this and until you like it. So see you after the run. All right, we are back. Just got back from the run, 75 minutes, zone 2, holding a heart rate at 155. So the goal of this run was just time and heart rate. It's hard though to not pay attention to your pace. Like obviously, that's like the number one metric that most runners, most triathletes like pay attention to, because it's the one that means something at the end of the day. But you can't let that thought about trying to keep a certain pace ruin zone training, because people might think that the pace is the most important when it comes to Ironman, but pace means nothing if you're not able to hold it in a certain heart rate zone. So keep that in mind. It was absolutely pouring outside, so here I am, absolutely soaked, covered in bugs, which I gotta shake this out. Like, I'm completely covered. So gonna get cleaned up and then find something to eat for dinner. And that should be it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this, then please subscribe, show some support. If you want to learn everything you need to know to get your first Ironman done, and done in a way where you're not only proud of yourself, but not absolutely dead and smoked, and in a way where you feel confident actually getting to that finish line, check out the description below for a link to my Ironman Mastery training program. That training program, as I've said in many other videos, includes my actual training plan at the end of it. So you get the training program, plus the training plan. And you can use that training plan. I teach you how to tailor it to your own training in the ebook. So really valuable stuff. Not that expensive, only like $30. So check that out if you want. If not, then subscribe and keep getting this free content. Catch you in the next video.